And welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. It is the end of July 2018 and time for a Blu-ray update. Got a bit of a mixed bag this month, but I have an extra special item right at the end that I think you'll be interested in. So I implore you to stay around for that. But let's have a look through what else I've got. So I went on a bit of a comedy thing with Paul Rudd, and I got a couple of his films. The first one I got was Role Models, and actually remembering this when I saw this at the cinema, and I was talking to one of my employees about how much Red Bull they drink, and it reminded me of this film, so I thought I'd buy it. The second one I will talk about is another Paul Rudd film, I Love You Man, and yeah, you know, once I kind of watched Role Models, I thought, oh, I enjoyed this one as well, so I thought I'd pick this up. Again, I saw this at the cinema, so clearly I'm a Paul Rudd fan. I actually was given this by a friend of mine, The Last Stand. I haven't actually seen this movie yet. I was talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger, and yeah, not actually seen The Last Stand yet. And he purchased the Steelbook of this, so he gave me his version of this one. I still haven't seen it yet, so there you go. A little bit more of an unusual one now. I've been after this for a little while, and this, you may not recognise the title because it's actually a Spanish version. But this is actually a movie called Rage War, aka The Dungeon Master. Now, Spain is the only place you can get a singular Blu-ray. You can get it an American version that's on like a double disc with something else or in part of a collection. But as far as I know, this Spanish version is the only way you can get the movie on it. And I don't really like collections, I'll be honest with you. This one's got a cool cover. You've got Blackie Lawless from Wasp there. And this is a fun, cheesy 80s kind of anthology movie. That's probably the cover that most people will recognise. In the UK, it was called Rage War on kind of VHS, which is what I knew it as. But I think it was originally called just Dungeon Master. But I guess people will get it confused with Dungeons and Dragons, which I think is probably the point. I've got this one here. It's actually a National Geographic kind of documentary. Just sea monsters. I was actually after there was a series in the UK called Walking with Dinosaurs, and they did like a sea monster, or kind of like Creatures of the Deep type one, and that's actually what I was looking for. But I came across this, which I don't think is the same thing. It's something completely different. So I thought I'd pick it up, and there you go. So again, I've not watched that one yet. I was in CEX, which is a kind of a second-hand type shop that we have here in the UK. And I found this Walking Dead Season 7 Steelbook for just $9.99, which I thought was actually pretally cheap, considering it's actually currently, well, at the time of this video, the kind of the most recent season, and it's in a good nick. It's got the J card. I don't have Season 6. It's currently the only season that I don't have that's available. I know Season 8 is kind of due out at any point, so there you go. That is Season 7 of The Walking Dead. You may laugh at this one. This is actually a Uwe Boll movie, a Vietnam film called Tunnel Rats. This is actually a metal pack, and I actually quite like this movie. I mean, it's not fantastic. I don't think I've done a review on it, to be honest, but it's not a bad sort of action kind of movie, and it's pretty dour. You know, it doesn't have a particularly happy ending. And obviously about the kind of the Vietnam conflict, and yeah, I mean it's no Platoon or Full Metal Jacket, but I didn't think it was a terrible effort by Uwe Boll considering kind of the majority of his movies. Speaking of action, I actually picked this one up from CEX, which is the Rambo, more recent Rambo movie. It doesn't have a J card, this one, but you know, it's this movie actually. I think it's like the German version is meant to be like one of the rarest steelbooks ever. This is the UK version, but there you go. Pretty violent movie in its own right. Here's one I kind of regret buying, I will say. So this is the second Big Trouble in Little China steelbook, and I got this from CX, and upon buying it, I kind of just checked the Zavi website, and it really isn't. It's literally a couple of pounds more to get a new version, which obviously will have the J card and obviously being sealed and stuff. So I was a little bit annoyed with myself picking this one up because it's obviously not got the J card, but there you go. It's still a nice Steelbook. It's in good condition, and it was just like £2-3 cheaper the second-hand version than it is to buy new, and it's still available. I picked up a Mediabook, ABCs of Death. So it's my only Mediabook this month. I have another one on order for that. I'll show you probably from next month. So Mediabooks, you've obviously got, and this one's actually got a movie by John Schnepp, who passed away recently. Big sort of comic movie YouTube personality. So I got this before he passed. I haven't watched this one yet. But yeah, a pretty nice little Mediabook there. But the coolest thing I think in this month's pickups was this, and certainly the most expensive. So this is the original movie, the Deadpool limited Hartbox or Hardbox, and this is obviously meant to replicate a VHS cover. Now in Germany they released two Mediabooks and this was by far the most limited, and this was exclusive to a retailer in Germany, so I had to get this through eBay, and I think it's limited to I don't know how well you'll see that, but it's limited to 555 and mine is 306. Probably is really small, but I just love it. I love this kind of like this faux VHS kind of style to it. The Mediabooks are quite cool as well, but obviously I saw my chance to get this on auction on eBay, and it's new and sealed and looking fantastic. And another kind of like the slightly kind of like faded look of the cover there, and awesome. I'm less keen on the second Deadpool movie, so I probably won't be picking up as many versions of that movie. I might get one of the Mediabooks still, I think, possibly for this one, because I think this film is a lot better than the second movie. Anyway, that concludes my pickups on Blu-ray for July of 2018. Please let me know what you think. Any kind of like favourites that you have in this pickup, leave me a comment, and I shall look forward to you next month or in one of my reviews. Bye for now.